Hi there. Hi. Happy Friday. Since this huge, for me, insight came while driving, what a great place to do this live stream with you, except in my car. I will tell you why. So, I moved a year ago at the beginning of April to an entirely new part of the world, an entirely new part of the Bay Area, to the North Bay from the East Bay. And I used navigation for a year to get me everywhere. So I would map using Google Maps on my iPhone, because the iPhone maps did not know their way around my new town very well. So I abandoned the iPhone Maps application and decided to go with Google Maps. So Google would take me to Costco, or it would take me to the movie theater in Rohnert Park, 2 towns up from me. Or I live in a town with 1 movie theater and it's mostly mainstream. This has been a big adjustment. Oy. But that's a different story. So it would take me to the movie theater in Rohnert Park. It would take me to Costco in Rohnert Park. And it would take me every month, pretty much, on a Wednesday to the Women's Networking Group in Rohnert Park. And I would just plug in the address and I would go. And you remember, I would show you right now if I had one, but you remember maps, like paper maps, and you would fold them if you were navigating. I was married for a long time to somebody who did all the driving. So I was in the passenger seat navigating with maps on my lap for the 80s and the 90s. And I don't even have a map in my car anymore, but you would fold the map, you'd center it on this place you were going, and you would fold the map so you could see your route, and you would see a significantly bigger picture than you generally see on your phone or your GPS in your car when you're going somewhere, right? So I would go to these individual places as individual trips. About the time I hit my 1-year anniversary of living in Petaluma, this thought came to me one day of, I bet I could find this place without GPS, without using the map, the Google map. So I drove from my house to the business networking event. This was a week ago. And as I was turning, I noticed that I was looking around me more. I wasn't just looking at the little phone screen showing me my route, which shows you very little of the surrounding area at the time that you're being directed, your guidance in your drive or your walk. And I looked around me, and all of a sudden I was like, I got off the freeway at the right place, and I turned left to go to this business networking event, and all of a sudden my eyes landed on Costco is right over there. Wow. And then I got to the stoplight before this place I was going to, and I looked to my left and I was like, oh look, there's the movie theater. I swear to you, I never saw them in relation to each other before. It turns out these 3 places are around the corner from each other. The business networking event is right here on Rohnert Park Expressway, and the Costco is right behind that, a block away, and the movie theater is right across the road. It is really amazing what happens when you widen the lens, when you widen your focus. And I think that, although I don't really have a way to articulate it yet, but I think this is a really big realization. I think that widening your focus is a really good ally when you're feeling lost or challenged by an issue or a question or a problem, and you're so tightly focused on the details of it that you forget that there even might be a bigger picture, let alone see the bigger picture. So how delightful is it to have this little lesson brought to me by the goddess, by the divine, that if I look around me, I can see where things are in relation to each other. How easy is it to go to the movies and Costco on the same day? They're right around the corner from each other. Or maybe I should plan my Costco runs when I'm going to this women's networking event, because it's right there. I didn't know that before. I was looking at different routes as little distinct individual things that I hadn't yet connected the dots. I like that. I'm sitting with it. I'll probably write a blog post about it this weekend, and I would love to hear how it lands for you. Have you had this kind of experience, or have you had experiences that are analogous enough that you can make a connection? I'd love to know. So please share with me in the comments or reach out and we can talk. Okay, have a great weekend. Do something nourishing. Spend some time, if you can, between now and when the traditional work week begins again on Monday, having a different relationship with your to-do list. Yeah, have one, be aware of it, and then follow your nose, follow your heart, and do the things you're called to do. Have some of that time as well. Oh, as well as being on it and being efficient and getting stuff done. All right, much love. See you on the flip side. Have a good weekend. Blessed be.